month 3, I managed to do over $200,000 in profit. I was hooked. I've been doing print on demand ever since. I'm often asked, how much does it cost to get started with a print on demand business? And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly those costs. The cost to get started, the ongoing cost with subscriptions, and the specific tools I use and recommend to maximize your sales. Now, what attracted me to print on demand way back in 2013 was the extremely low cost way to get started. After all, I'd come off the back of a failed old school e-commerce business. I invested in the expensive website. I spent $35,000 on having it built. I spent another $10,000 on a warehouse, another $10,000 on furniture and equipment, and spent far too much on marketing when I didn't know what I was doing. And that was just the financial investment. I was also spending 10 plus hours doing everything, hauling all the supplies, doing the product photography, uploading all the products to the website, running all the marketing, and picking and packing all the orders that were coming in. It was super intense, and after 18 months of doing that and running up over 6 figures of debt, I threw my hands in the air and I quit. I had just done what so many people fear to do, and that was fail. But I knew one thing, and that was failure was not going to stop me from succeeding. I refused to go back to my trade as a carpenter to continue to work those 14 plus hour days, and I doubled down. Problem was, I ended up carrying that debt for 18 months. I was struggling to get by. I was building cheap websites, I was doing social media management, and I was doing the credit card shuffle, just paying enough to get by, making sure I didn't go bankrupt. I refused to. I wanted to repay all the suppliers that had put their faith in me to pay my bills. The thing was, I knew if I went back to that 9 to 5, I would be stuck doing those 14 plus hour days once again with a debt burden that would take forever to pay off. As I had been making good money as a carpenter, it would be easy to get stuck in that grind at the cost of being able to be present with my family. And that wasn't something I wanted to do. The only reason I got the trade was because my dad had always said, Ron, get a trade behind you so you've got that security. But I didn't want security that was costing me a living. And so with the debt collectors, solicitors, and suppliers constantly calling me all around the clock with a no caller ID, I managed to pay what little I could when I could, and I managed to hang in there just long enough. The thing that kept me going was I knew big money existed out there on the internet. I was consuming everything I could to believe it was possible for me to be able to make that money for myself. I was reading all the books, I was listening to videos. Every waking moment was consumed with me reinforcing my own potential. I was journaling, I was doing the mantras, I was reading all the books, I was meditating on my future success. And then something happened. I started seeing this new form of dropshipping where people were making stupid money. It was the type of money that I needed to repay those debts and actually start living. I had a wife and kids after all that I needed to provide for. But the problem was, my dad's voice was once again ringing in my ears. Ron, if it sounds too good, it probably is. And despite how much I wanted it to be true, I kept on putting it off. Until about 6 months later, I gave in to the mounting pressure of collections course, got what little money I could together, and purchased some training. And it was the best decision I ever made. Print on demand removed so much of what I disliked about old school e-com. The suppliers were taking care of all the inventory, the printing, and the fulfillment of the products. And so I began. The first month was a lot of experimentation with different niches. That was until I heard of a new law that had just been passed in Australia that made a lot of people super angry. And so I created a design that hit on that emotion. The way POD worked back then is that you had to create a design, market it, and you had to sell at least 20 shirts in a 3-day period in order to realize any profit. In month 1, I found my first winning design and I sold 138 shirts in 3 days. It was a simple design that I just slapped together. And the best part is I never had to touch the product I was selling. That supplier was printing and sending it straight to the customer. In month 2, I ran the same design another couple of times and continued to make money with it. But I did something else. I got a designer on board to recreate a better version of the design, and it blew up. In month 2, I'd done $6,000 in profit, and this is where things went ballistic. Through my research, I was seeing that specific personalized designs were blowing up. So I created a handful of designs and I ran some ads. That first night was mental. When I logged into my computer that next morning, what I saw blew me away. Several of those designs had made $1,000 profit overnight. Seeing those results, I got busy, I got stuck in, I started creating about another 30 designs. And you know what happened? That manifesting that I had been doing, that meditation, the I am statements, the journaling, everything started to become reality. In month 3, I managed to do over $200,000 in profit. I was hooked. I've been doing print on demand ever since. That $200,000 was after ad spend. I now had a way to repay all those debts. I had manifested it into my life. I knew there was big money out there. I just needed to find the way to bring it to me. The reason why we could scale so hard and so fast was that we were reinvesting the profits into our business. We only had to worry about 3 money-making activities: the research to find the inspiration, the design to create our own products, and the marketing. Our suppliers print the order and send it straight to our customers. So how much does it cost? There are 2 main ways to get started with print on demand that I teach. You can either keep it super low cost using Etsy, or you can go the Shopify route using paid marketing to drive traffic and sales. If you're a newbie, Etsy is a fantastic sandbox to build that confidence in your designs and get profitability in your business. Once you have that confidence, launch into the paid marketing with Shopify. So the cost breakdown in this video that I'm going to focus on is Etsy, because once you've got that store set up, it's literally 20 cents USD per listing to get that product in front of people that are most likely to buy. So here is the cost breakdown of getting started with Etsy and the full stack of apps and tools that I recommend. So first up, you're going to need your store. So if you go to etsy.com/sell, this is where you can start the onboarding process. In here, you do have a $15 one-time fee that you're going to have to pay. If you use my link in the description, you're going to get 40 free listings when you do join as well. No benefit to me, but it sure does benefit you. So make sure you click it. Now, once you've gone through and created your store, you do have the opportunity to actually just use the Etsy standard, which doesn't cost you anything extra per month, or you can upgrade to Etsy Plus, which gives you a couple of extras. So that's $15 AUD a month, or about $10 USD. So what you're going to be able to do, you get 15 credits per month. You also get some advertising money, but it gives you extra ability to actually create a better looking store and stand out from all the others. Next up, we've got the research tools. eRank, I can't recommend highly enough. For the pro version, you're looking at about $9.99 a month USD. But what that shows you is all the different keywords and search terms people are using to actually find the products you want to create. It's how you find the opportunity, so it's a must-have tool. There are other alternatives, but for what it does, this low cost, I can't recommend it highly enough. And it's something that I've been using ever since I've been on Etsy years ago. Grab it. The next tool I highly recommend is Everbee. It is great for validating that products are actually being sold on those search terms that you're finding in eRank. It tells you what kind of monthly revenue they're also doing, the tags that they're using. It is really, really game changing in terms of making sure that you're choosing the right opportunities. It's going to cost you $29.99 a month USD. Again, it's one of those must-have tools. I've had it since I started. I've had it since they first came out, and I absolutely love it. This next tool allows you to find those hidden opportunities that exist out there that other people haven't actually looked into. So the one I use is for Pinterest. And on the monthly plan, it's going to cost you $10 US a month. It goes through Pinterest and sorts by number of saves and engagements on each of the different phrases and designs that you find. It's a really, really cool tool. Again, this is something I've used since day dot when it first came out, before I got started on Etsy, because it really does help you find those highly engaging, different design ideas that can really make a lot of sales. Now, the next tool, again, it's a game changer. But once we've got that design inspiration, we're going to need to be able to create those designs. Canva is fantastic. So with Canva Pro, you're looking at about that $15 US a month, and it's going to allow you to create those top quality designs that look professional, that people want to buy. There is a free version, but unfortunately you can't download the transparent PNGs, so Pro it is. Next, Kittl is nice to have. It's not something you need from the beginning, but depending on the product that you're selling, so it's apparel or blankets, it can come in very handy. It has pre-made designs that you can edit super simply. It takes a lot of the thinking out of actually creating your designs. And for that, you're looking at $15 per month USD. So this tool, Vela, isn't something you need when you're first getting started. But as you start scaling your store, it certainly makes the management of it much, much easier. So it's $10 a month, but what it allows you to do is edit your listings in bulk. It allows you to create different tagging profiles, and tags are those keywords and search terms people are using to find your products. So if you're creating a product for a biker shirt, it allows you to go through and save those 13 tags so you don't have to do that research every single time. With a click of a button, you add it to that listing and it's optimized. It really is a very cool tool, particularly if you do have a team as well. It allows them to manage the store without actually having to log into the Etsy store itself. Something else to note is that some suppliers that you do use for that integration into Etsy do charge a subscription fee. Oftentimes though, they do have a free plan, but what happens as you start selling, by subscribing to their membership will allow you to make savings on the cost of the product. In this instance, with Printify specifically, by spending $29 a month, it's going to allow you to save 20% on all the products that they offer. So the profit you're making in your business quickly outweighs the cost of actually subscribing. You can get the links to all those tools in the description below. So to start your Etsy store, you're looking for a grand total of, drumroll please, Etsy sign up, one-off fee, $15 US. The Etsy subscription, if you choose to do it, $10 a month. Any listings you publish, 20 cents USD per listing. The tools, eRank, $9.99 a month. Everbee, $29.99 a month. Sorting Social, $10 a month. Canva, $15 a month. Kittl, $15 a month. And the grand total comes to $103.31 to get started on Etsy. For each month after that, it's going to cost you $98.31, which includes $10 for those listings, which gives you 50 opportunities to find your winning product. So think of it like this. Selling one product of only $4 profit per sale will be enough to actually have a store that is self-funded. But if you subscribe to my channel, you will notice that there are tons of high profit print-on-demand products that I'm teaching you how to sell that could all but pay for those subscriptions with a couple of sales. Make sure you subscribe and check out these videos after you finish watching this one. For instance, a high profit product like leggings, you could make $40 profit per sale. Selling one a day for a month would leave you with $1,200 profit. Or if you manage to find your one winning product, you can make tens of thousands of dollars a month, like this sweatshirt here. Just over $27,000 a month it's estimated to be making. There are many examples just like this. In fact, one of my students, Lou, managed to make over 1,000 orders on a brand new store after joining PodHacks. She implemented my system and she was able to make over $13,000 profit in 1 month. Before joining PodHacks, she had no idea how to run a print-on-demand business. I taught her the step-by-step roadmap she needed to follow in order to find her winners, and she absolutely nailed it. Now, there's a lot of opportunity to sell products from suppliers that automatically integrate into Etsy. But if you're a little bit more tech savvy, there is a way to access all the different print-on-demand suppliers that don't have that integration. What that does is allows you to sell some truly unique products. Products that allow you to do over $400 in one order. It can allow you to sell things like metal wall art, all over print, oversized hoodies, and a ton of other products. If you'd like to learn how to create them, make sure you watch this video next. Or if you'd like to know how to connect your Etsy store to these suppliers, make sure you let me know in the comments below and I'll put out a video explaining the step-by-step process. Your success is possible. All it takes is for you to take action on your dream, just as I did when I was a carpenter looking to create a better life. You deserve to be living a life that you're excited to be living with the people you want to live it with. Believe you can do it because you can. Believe you can make $10,000 a month online with print on demand because you can. And if you'd love to learn how to create top quality, high profit products, make sure you watch this video next. Stay awesome.